Today it's about sprucing up your Christmas decor. We're going to be making miniature crochet Christmas trees. Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd as well as yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. In today's tutorial we're going to work on the miniature Christmas trees. These are 9 inches tall for the big one and only 3.5 inches tall for the small one. Today's tutorial we're going to do the big one because the small one really all it is, it's the bigger one just stopped a little bit early. And you can see here in the instructions it says round 16 says continue as established, increasing 6 stitches every third round. So after round number 16 what I put here for myself is 17 has a repeat pattern and then 18, 19 then repeat pattern increasing again. So I just did this for myself in order to keep track. You can also do the same thing on your notes if you would wish as well. Now this is made up of buttons that you see on here. I've seen these physical examples right from this photography. These trees are really quite cute in person. You know, simple is sometimes better. I really like the simplicity and the ideas, but I'm kind of lazy, so I would kind of sew. I would actually hot glue on my buttons instead of sewing. Again, that's your personal choice. Now what you're gonna need in order to do this is that it's filled with polyfill, like a stuffing, and then all you're just gonna do is that you're gonna stuff this, but do not get the bottom, and just set it down on a piece of cardboard and trace out the circumference of the circle, and then also put it down on top of a piece of felt and trace that out. You're gonna could leave the stuffing inside, put the piece of cardboard in, and then sew the felt around, and this will keep it a nice base just like you see. So within today's tutorial I'm gonna tell you when to stop if you're doing the small ones, and we're gonna do this right from start to finish, and this is a really neat look. For today's tutorial you're just gonna need lily, sugar, and cream. Just one ball just like you see here. You can actually do both Christmas trees with one ball of yarn, and here's the big one just like you see here. It's really quite nice. Today's tutorial I'm gonna show you how to cheat the system so that you do not have any slip stitching. This is a marker that I put in here, and this is in a continuous round all the way around. There is no slip stitching involved in this, so that you don't have a tree that you purposely need to turn to the wall, and then you can physically walk around this tree and never see slip stitching. And I'm gonna improvise that from today's pattern, but again if you'd like to follow the pattern as is, you're welcome to do so. So what you're gonna need today is a size 4mm size G crochet hook today, and only one ball, lily, sugar, and cream, and let's get started now. So let's get started. I want you to cut another piece of string that is about 12 inches long, and I just want you to leave it aside because you're gonna need it right away. So let's create a slip knot to begin the center of this, and remember this is starting for both the small and the large, and we're gonna continue, and I'll let you know when to stop when you're doing the small size. So let's begin. We got the slip knot on. We're going to chain 2, so 1 and 2, and coming into the first stitch you want to put in 6 single crochets. So just 1, 2, 3, that is 3, this is going to be 4, 5, and 6. Now what I want you to do is that I'm gonna improvise here. Normally you would slip stitch to the beginning and start again, but you'll end up with a slip stitching mark all the way down the Christmas tree. I'd recommend not doing that. So just pull up a loop, and I want you to insert your hook into the stitch right underneath the loop. Grab this piece of string, and this will be a stitch marker for you to follow. So every time you get to the stitch marker you know that you've gone in a complete rotation, just like that. Okay, so just leave it in there and pull that string back on there, and every time you finish a round I want you to move the string, and I'll show you in the next round on how to do this. So this is completing of round number 1. Working in the back loops only, you have to do a single crochet, 2 of them in each of the next. I want you to count backward just in this particular round. Count backward from the stitch right underneath the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is right there. Go into the back loop only, and I want you to put 2 single crochets in that one. So that just gets you established in a circle now. So it was 1, and I don't need to count. All I just need to do is just put 2 single crochets all the way until I hit that stitch marker. Okay, there's a total of 6 anyway if you are counting. Okay, so just move that stitch marker out of the way there because it's not the right stitch. Again, going into the back loop only. The back loops on this is what creates the kind of interesting look that you see. Now here is the one with the stitch marker continuing in the back loop only, and I want you to put in 2 single crochets there, but I don't want you to stop at this particular point. I want you to pull up a loop, and now with your string just put your hook underneath the stitch, put the yarn marker there, and just pull through, and now you know where the next one is. By the time that you get all the way up through here, your stitch marker will follow a straight line all the way to the top. So let's move along to round number 3. So in this pattern there's going to be 2 rounds each that are exactly identical. So rounds 3 and 4 are always referred back to. So rounds 3 and 4 is just 1 single crochet into each. So what we're going to do throughout this entire pattern is that we do an increased row, which would have been the last one, and now the next 2 are just regular 1 single crochets each. This allows us to get the height of the Christmas tree and keeping the shape uniform. So 2 rows of just regular single crochets all the way around. Now one thing that you'll notice about crochet if you're new to crochet is that it does take a few rounds, especially when you're doing hats, in order to get to the right size. So you're thinking, okay, well it's gonna end up like a tube. It will not, because it takes like those couple rounds in order for the shape to really meld. So here's where the stitch marker is. I continue to back loop into that one. So that was round number 3, and then I want to move my stitch marker up before I continue again. So just grabbing that, pulling it through so I know where it is next time. It's worth doing that. So then round number 4 is again 1 single crochet. So in the rest of this tutorial, every time I'm gonna refer to this particular round, it's rounds 3 and 4, and I am going to be showing you the increasing rounds because that's what's most important, but there's always gonna be 2 rounds in between the increases, which is just 1 single crochet in each. And so we'll be getting to do that, and that'll shorten up today's tutorial presentation, but also give you the keys that you need in order to make this Christmas tree. So I'm just continuing all the way around, and I'm again looking for that stitch marker, which is the next one here, and now I'm ready for the next round. So just move up that stitch marker again. That'll indicate where I am, and let's review round number 5. In round number 5 we're gonna do another increase. So you're gonna notice in this entire project is that whenever we do an increase, there will be a set amount of single crochets in a row before you put 2 into the same one. So the last time we did an increase there was 2 single crochets in every stitch. This time the first one is going to be 1 single crochet into the first stitch, and then the next one is gonna be 2 single crochets into the next stitch. So 1 and 2. Okay, so that's the repeat pattern all the way around. So the next one is just gonna be 1 by itself, and the next one is gonna be 2. So you continue to do that all the way around. So the next time we increase, what's gonna happen is that there will be more single crochets in between the groups of 2 where 2 are placed, and that allows us to progressively get bigger. Okay, so continue that same process going all the way around. So 1 in the first one, 2 in the next. So because we're gonna be doing a whole tutorial on this, I'm not gonna show an entire round like I am right now. It's just for the first time. If your counts are always right, the very last stitch you will end up doing in there will always have the 2 additional stitches, 2 stitches inside of it before you move up. Okay, so that just gives you an indication. So if you're not ending up there and you're keeping sequence, you know something is completely wrong in your pattern. So just look back to where it was going right, and you may have just accidentally missed one of the stitches or didn't follow the sequence properly. So that was round number 5. Let's go for round number 6 and 7. Okay, round number 6 and 7, simply just 1 single crochet into each. Please do this for rounds number 6 and 7. I'll meet you back here and we'll cover round number 8 together. Okay, rounds number 6 and 7 are now complete. Now round number 8, I have moved up my stitch marker so I stay in balance. Round number 8, we're going to put in 2 single crochets in a row, so 1 and 2, and then the next one then will be 2 single crochets into the same one. So that's the repeat pattern for round number 8. So the next 2 will be by themselves, single crochets, and then the next 2 are into the same stitch. Please continue that for round number 8. Okay, I'm finishing up round number 8 and I'm keeping it in sequence, and the very final stitch of round number 8 just happens to be the one that has 2 in there, so that means I'm in the right stitch. Okay, so the one, whenever you're increasing, the last one should always have the 2 in there. Okay, so let's move up to rounds that was round number 8. So let's go for rounds number 9 and 10. They're the same of just 1 single crochet into each. So please do rounds number 9 and 10 1 single crochet of each, and I'll meet you back here in round number 11 where we'll do an increase once again. Okay, rounds number 9 and 10 are now complete. Let's go for round number 11. We're going to do another increase. So round number 11, this time there's going to be 3 single crochets in a row. So 1, 2, and 3, and then there's going to be 2 into the next one. So put 2 into this one. Okay, so the repeat pattern on this round number 11 is 1, 2, and 3, and then there's going to be 2 into the next one. So please do that same configuration all the way around. I'll see you at the end. Okay, I'm finishing up round number 11 and I'm coming into my final home stretch. So 1, 2, and 3, and the very final stitch is where the 2 are in, and let's put that in there. So 2 double crochets, or sorry, 2 single crochets, my apologies, and move up that stitch marker. So for rounds number 12 and 13, exactly what we already know, go please and do rounds number 12 and 13 just 1 single crochet into each. For those that are doing the small size, we're coming up near to the end of your project today, and we're not quite done yet obviously, but please do rounds number 12 and 13 of 1 single crochet in each. So let's go for round number 14. Rows 12 and 13 are complete. So in 14 it's going to be 4 single crochets in a row. So 1 and 2, 3, and 4, and then the next one has 2 in there. So that's where your 2 is this time. So again the repeat pattern is 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then 2 into the next one. Please do that same thing going all the way around. Finishing up round number 14 is that we're just coming to the home stretch. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and again the final stitch is where the 2 will fall into place. So we're going to continue up then rounds number 15 and 16, and after you get number 16, those that are doing the small version, you are done at that point. So let's do rounds number 15 and 16 now, and I'll meet you back here. They're just 1 single crochets in each, and I'll meet you back here, and for those that are doing the small size, I'll review what you need to do next, and then for those carrying on to the bigger size, you can continue to follow me along for the remainder of the tutorial. So rounds number 15 and 16 are done, and this is the size of a small one Christmas tree right here. It's about 3.5 inches tall, and so now what you're gonna do is, because I had you go in continuous rounds, and just slip stitch to the next 2, so just through and through, and then just fasten off this yarn, and then just what I would do is leave enough yarn on here to use it as a sewing to go all the way around. The next thing that you're going to do, if you're in the small size, just stuff this with polyfill and lay it down on a piece of felt or material, and also just so that you can trace the circle all the way around. Also lay it down on a piece of cardboard. You are going to leave the stuffing inside, place in your cardboard, and then with the whip stitch just sew that material in this edge all the way down, and then it will sit completely flat. You can then just decorate with buttons if you wish. I would use a hot glue gun because I'm lazy. Obviously take out your stitch marker here, and that would be the way to go. You'll also do that if you're doing a larger size as well. So for those that want it to be bigger, just pull out the last 2 stitches I just showed you, and we're gonna move up. And so what I've done on the instructions, let me just pull that up now, and I'm gonna show you what I've done so that you can keep track yourself. So in the instructions it says over here to continue as established, increasing 6 stitches on the next, and then every following third round there will be an increase of stitches. So you're looking to get a total of 66 single crochets all around. When we finished off round numbers 15 and 16 there was only 36. So what I've done here, if you want to do a freeze frame of the picture here on screen, you can do so. So what I did is 17 is going to be an increase. So if you remember that when we did round number 14 there was 1 single crochet in the next 4, and then it has been continuing to increase. So round number 17, 1 single crochet in the next 5, and then 2 single crochets, and then there's going to be 2 single crochet rounds after that for rounds number 18 and 19. 20, there's one single crochet in the next 6 and then 2 and then 1 and 1. Okay, round number 23, one single crochet in the next 7 and then 2 and then 1 and 1 for 24, 25. 26 is one single crochet in the next 8, 2 single crochets in the next and then 1 and 1. And then finally in round number 29 it's one single crochet in the next 9 and then 2 single crochets after that. Okay, so the final two rounds are just going to be rounds number 30 and 31. There's going to be 2 rounds like it would be after the increasing, just like so. So without further ado, let's move on to round number 17 and we're going to start doing increasing to getting bigger. Okay, round number 17, the first 5 are going to be one single crochet. So 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 5. And then the next one is 2 single crochets. So that's the repeat pattern on this whole round. So 5 in a row, single crochets, and then 2 in the next. Please do that and I'll see you back here in just a moment. Finishing up round number 17, going in the home stretch. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then the next stitch is the 2. So what I need you to do now, rounds number 18 and 19 are what you know is just one single crochet each. So continue to go rounds number 18 and 19 on your own. So starting up again, just one single crochet, and I'll meet you back here after that and we'll start round number 20 together. Okay, rounds 18 and 19, just one single crochets in each are now complete. We're ready for round number 20. Round number 20, the first 6 are going to be by themselves. So I'm just gonna restart that one, get all the plies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and now the next one is ready then for 2 in the same one. So please continue that same pattern all the way around. So 6 in a row and then 2, 6 in a row and then 2, and I'll see you back here in just a moment. Coming up all the way around on the end of number 20, the final 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and then the final one where the stitch marker is the one with the 2. So it's still in balance at this point, well, at least it is on mine. And now let's move up the stitch marker again. So rounds number 21 and 22 are all just going to be single crochets each. So please do rounds number 21, 22, one single crochet into each, and I'll see you back here and we'll start number 23 together. Rounds number 21 and 22 are now complete. Let's do 23 together. So number 23 is single crochet in the next 7 this time. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and then the next one is 2 into the same one. So round number 23 is 7 single crochets in a row and then 2 into the next. Please continue that same idea going all the way around. Finishing up round number 23, the final 7 is going to be one single crochet each, and then 2 in the last. So this is number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and then the last one has 2 into the same one. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to move up to rounds number 24, 25, just one single crochet each, please. So we're just going to move up the stitch marker every time, of course. Hopefully that you're finding that a nice easy way to keep account of your stitches. So please do rounds number 24, 25, one single crochet each, and I'll see you back here and we'll review round 26. So I'll see you back here in just a moment. Okay, rounds 24, 25 of just one single crochet are now done, and let's do number 26. So this time number 26, it's 8 in a row. So that's single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and then the next one is just 2 into the next one. So please do that same idea going all the way around. So 8 in a row and then 2, 8 in a row and then 2, and I'll see you back here in just a moment. Coming up all the way around on round number 26, the last 8. So we're going to finish it off so that there's going to be 8 single crochets, and then there's finally going to be 2 single crochets in the final one. So I'm really not counting at this point. I've already counted all the way around, so I know when I'm looking for stitch markers that I know exactly what to do. So this is the stitch marker, so there's going to be 2 single crochets into that one. So rounds number 27, 28, we're nearly done today, but rounds number 27, 28, 28 are going to be 1 single crochet in each, and please do that, and I'll see you back here and we'll review number 29, and 29 is the final increase, and then we just got a couple more rounds after that. So please do rounds number 27, 28 now. I'm now ready for round number 29. So 27, 28 are now done. 29 we're going to increase again. So this time it's going to be 9 in a row. If you've gotten this pattern and you really like to make your trees much bigger, just look how I've done it for the increase, and then you can just continue to follow that increase until you get to the height that you want. So let's do the first 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and then the next two, or the next one has 2 in there. So please do that for round number 29. So 9 in a row and then 2 in the next, and please do that, and I'll see you back here, and then we're gonna finish up. We got 2 more rounds after that, just 1 single crochet each, and then you can start doing the decoration and just finalizing. So now coming up all the way around for round number 29, and the final 9 are gonna be in, and then the last one is 2 single crochets. I've almost got 2 full Christmas trees out of 1 yarn ball. Technically in the instructions it says that you can. I think because I'm a loose crocheter I cannot do that, and so I am actually 2 rows short of being able to do it 2 Christmas trees out of 1. So that's good to know if you're planning ahead, and of course I would consider doing another size even bigger than this one, just so that you have a set of 3, so you have like a small, medium, large. Daniel always says the odd numbers are great. So let's, without further ado, let's move out the stitch marker, and rounds number 31 or 30 and 31 are the final rounds. They're gonna be 1 single crochet into each, and please do that now, and when we come back we'll just review on what you need to do to finish up and start decorating your Christmas tree. So 1 single crochet into each all the way around. So now coming up all the way around on the final, and what I'm just doing is I'm single crocheting as normal into each one, and what I've just hit the stitch marker. I'm not gonna move it up because I'm done. So the next 2 I'm just gonna do a slip stitch in order to bring it kind of back in balance. And what I need you to do is that I want you to cut this string here about 2 feet long. Okay, be generous on that, don't be cheap. Don't be cheap. Okay, so pull that through. Okay, and this is now your sewing needle or sewing string. So what you're gonna do now is you're gonna grab your poly stuffing, your polyfill, pull out your stitch marker that you were in, that you used. Okay, so now see you don't have any slip stitching, okay, because you've gone all the way around like that. So what you're gonna do is that you're gonna stuff this, okay, put the polyfill in, and then once it's stuffed to the size that you want it, you're gonna lay it down and you're gonna trace this, okay, with your pen. Okay, you're just gonna trace all the way on a piece of felt, okay, or a piece of thick material, and then you're gonna cut that out, and then you're gonna also trace this down on cardboard, and then you're gonna cut that out. So with your poly stuffing already inside, you're gonna put your cardboard in to push to keep the polyfill nice and flat at the bottom, and then the material that you cut, you're just gonna take this string and just sew it. Now if you look at the photograph that's been provided by the photographer, you'll see that you can see it here. And see, so it's just a whip stitch going all the way around, so you'll have a nice flat bottom. Take your time doing that, and of course you can add more than just buttons. You can decorate any which way you wish. And I got now 2 trees. I just got to finish decorating them now. I did a sample obviously, and now I got 2 bad boys, and now I can have something for a centerpiece for home as well. So this is how you do the Christmas trees. Hopefully you enjoy. I'd love to see how you decorate your tree, so just give us an update on Facebook, whether it's the Crochet Crowd or Yarn Inspirations, and let's see what you've come up with as far as decorating your tree. Till next time, Mikey on behalf of the Crochet Crowd as well as yarnspirations.com, have a great day, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye bye.